Sorry, viewer. Where are you guys tuning in from? What's up, everybody? Where you guys all tuning in from? Can you guys all hear me, by the way? Ah, that's good. P10 Pablo, thank you for the response. Sometimes when I'm casting with my headphones, I can't tell if people can hear or not. Where are you tuning in from, Pablo? Atlanta, Georgia, welcome. It must be pretty early in the morning. I see. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with what a dahan is. Hey BMX Drug Lord, welcome to the stream. It is now 9:12 p.m. Around the station is relatively quiet at this time. Hey, Azatham Brotat. I'm originally from the US. Been living in Japan for a while now. Almost 6 years. Hey, Alfroto, thanks for the comment. I don't know, man. I feel like most of the stereotypes about Japan, most of how we envision Japan, I think is based on what the metropolitan cities look like. If you go out to the countryside, it's quite different, I would say. BMX Drug Lord, yes, Sendai is very clean. I'd say most like metropolitan areas in Japan are very clean, considering, or at least relative for a city of like this size. Hey Luckman, Ismat. The question was about whether I liked living in Japan better than the US. I would say there's pros and cons. There's good and bad. I really have been grateful for the opportunity to be able to live here like I have for so long. Safari bro, thank you for the compliment. Krista boy, you used to live in Okinawa. That's great. I've never been to Okinawa. Really wish I could visit. Really hope I could visit sometime. Yeah, I actually just went out to get a haircut after work, and I had to wait for a while, so now I'm on the way home. Hey Zany, good to see you. So Luckman was asking about the car scene. I think there's a lot of people are interested in the custom car scene, like the racing scene. I'm not really familiar with that aspect of the country, but there's people who love cars, like really love cars, and they have like meets and like events. Obviously right now with the pandemic situation, a lot of that is being put on hold now, but I think the car scene is very much has an active presence in Japan. I think generally people wear masks during flu season, but it's not flu season now, so the masks you'll see people wearing are because of the pandemic, preventative measures. Got the key. Hey Zany78, yes, I can speak Japanese. Been here for it's my 6th year now, so not speaking Japanese is pretty much, it leaves you out of a lot of the good opportunities, especially for work. J11 and Code Indian. Question was about where I'm from. Originally from the United States. I've been living in Japan for over 5 years now in total. Yes, Patty. Yes, I'm wearing a mask. Maestro, yes, this is Sendai. Welcome. So I think a lot of people ask about whether living in Japan is stressful and what the situation is like. I feel like, it's true for living in any country, but I think every situation is different, and it really depends on your work environment. I work for a really good company. I have a great relationship with people. I live and work with the people I work with, so that's really positive. There's also a question about what originally brought me here. It wasn't for girl or for like education or anything like that. I originally came 6 years ago on the JET program. Now I was on JET for 2 years. Now I do some other work. My main work now is translation and like some media production stuff. So if you guys are interested in knowing more about like what I do here in Japan, the team I work with here in Sendai, we have a little YouTube channel we run. It's called Communa Studios. I'll post a link after, or maybe someone can post a link. But it's called Communa Studios, COMMUNA Studios. So you can check that out if you're interested. We have some videos up there, very low key. We're gonna throw some more up about living and working in Japan and sort of what life has been like in the pandemic. Communa, COMMUNA, not I. Communa Studios. Yeah, there's a question about whether I'm self-taught for Japanese or had formal study. I took a little bit of Japanese in college, but honestly, it was not good enough to do anything really in Japan. But yeah, so I really picked up the language after living here a while. I'd say it took like 2 years to become like relatively comfortable with the language. There's a comment about the colors people wear. I think most people getting off of work, you have to understand that like the dress code in Japan, the work culture for the dress code is pretty formal. So a lot of people still wear suits here in the colder seasons, and in summer it's usually like just a white dress shirt and slacks. So that's why you don't see so much color. Yes, thank you. A lot of people, I think most of the people who stream and do videos about Japan are based in Tokyo. So I think these parts of Japan that are not as heavily urbanized or not as hyper developed, I think are less well known. But to be honest, I feel like the pace of life here, sort of balance of culture and modern, and like that sense of community you get here is, I would say, I think Sendai is like a better place to live. I think the coolest thing to do is visit there. I think the food culture here, I mean, everywhere in Japan, they say the food culture is great, but the food culture in Miyagi Prefecture, it's amazing because Miyagi, the prefecture where Sendai is located, it is home to 3 of Japan's most important fishing ports. So the seafood here is the best in Japan. Don't ever let people in Tokyo tell you that the seafood in Tokyo is the best, because it's not, and it's overpriced. Momo no ki マスクしてますよ、ちゃんと。Yeah, that over there that we just passed, it's called, it's a yokocho. So yokocho literally means side street in Japan, or like a horizontal street, like a back alleyway. It's a better translation. And it's a place where a bunch of sort of izakayas and like eat and drink places are sort of packed together. So that yokocho we just passed is kind of interesting because they let you order. It's all connected. All the restaurants are connected on the inside, and they let you order food from the other restaurants there. So it's like a combination of like 4 or 5 restaurants, and they'll sort of do deliveries in between. I guess you could kind of think of it like a food court. Coors Bunker. Yes, most people, most restaurants do play music. There's someone who was saying that they only see dudes walking around, and this is probably because like Japan still has a male-dominated work culture, so a lot of married women. It's getting more common now, but they're not really as much involved in the full-time workforce. So most of the people you see walking around are probably getting off of work now and on their way home. So it tends to be men more often than not. Lyrical Muse was commenting about the signs. So I'd say yes, there is a lot of signs with English lettering, but that doesn't mean that it's just the signs though. Like the details that you'll find tend to be all be in Japanese, so don't let the signs lull you into a false sense of security. Japan is still not that English friendly, unfortunately. So just wanna put it out there if anyone's interested in knowing more about what we do here in Japan, what our daily life here is like, what living and working in Japan is like. Do check out our YouTube channel, Comuna Studios. It's like not it's super low key. It's like not like over the top YouTuber or anything. But if you guys are interested, do feel free to check that out. COMMUNA Studios. Thank you, Swamp Boxer. I really appreciate that. But there's trees all around. You see this? You see all this forest? Barefoot Jacob was asking if it's repressive living in the concrete jungle. But Sendai is actually called the city of trees. So I feel like we're very well surrounded by nature. Wow, that's interesting. There were a couple of people who were saying that I sounded like Edward Norton. I've never been told that before. Are you able to see that tower over there? So that tower, I think it's like the Sendai Broadcasting Tower, and it changes color depending on what the weather forecast is tomorrow. I think that white-ish color means that it's gonna be cloudy tomorrow, if I recall correctly. Archski was asking how long it takes to learn how to read Japanese. I'd say for me to become comfortable reading Japanese, it took like around 3 years. And there's still stuff that I have trouble reading depending on the content. So some people were saying that it seems pretty quiet. Sendai is a big city, but it's very concentrated around the very central area near the station. So the place I'm headed to now, it's a little bit removed. It's maybe like a 15-minute walk from the station. So yeah. There's not that many people out at this time now. And it's a weekday, and it's pandemic, so people are still not taking their chances. Yakitori restaurant. Biffington Jones, thank you for the compliment. I haven't posted these streams to YouTube, but I might do that in the future. Maybe I'd do like a cross stream between YouTube and Reddit. Thank you to all you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I just started doing these streams like about maybe a little bit over a week ago, 10 days ago, and I've been overwhelmed by the positive response from the Reddit community, so thank you guys so much. And yeah, like I said, if you guys are interested in learning more about what our team does here, what I'm doing here in Tohoku, please check us out on YouTube, Comuna Studios. I think someone posted the link, and if not, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta head out soon because my phone is about to die, and I'll plan on doing another stream tomorrow morning. So I'll catch you guys then. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't answer everyone's questions, but I'll try to get you on the next one. Thank you guys.